Welcome to Audio Tales AI, your destination for captivating stories. Today, we unveil a tale filled with unexpected and life-changing decisions. Remember to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and let's dive in.
The players in this story are me. Let's call me Kevin, 25 male. My girlfriend, let's call her Allison, 25 female. Her best friend, let's call her Kate, 25-year-old female. Kate's boyfriend, let's call him John, 25 male, and the tattoo artist. Let's call him Frank, 53-year-old male. Alice and I had been together for 15 months and had a great relationship. So great. I was considering proposing on Valentine's Day of 2023. We met playing sandlot volleyball, sparks flew day 1, and by day 2, we were screwing like horny rabbits. At first, it was just lust. But after about 90 days, both of us came to realize we were deeply in love with each other and were basically inseparable from that point on. Allison is beautiful. She's toned, has a respectable job. She doesn't drink, do drugs, or smoke, and barely uses social media. She also likes to cook and clean and attended church on Sunday. I really thought I had found the love of my life and the woman I would marry, have kids, and grow old with. In September, about 14 months into our relationship, Allison told me that her friend Kate had gotten a small tattoo on her upper leg in the bikini area and she wanted to do something similar if I was agreeable. I don't care for tattooed women. But I'm okay with small, tasteful tattoos, so I agree. She and I went to the shop and met with Frank, the tattoo artist who did Kate's tattoo. Frank looks like an aging pirate with a rough scarred face, weathered skin, tattoos and piercing over a good portion of his body, a wrinkled body head, and a Buddha-like belly. He picked out a tattoo of a Melrose and wanted it on her side just above her bikini line. I gave the thumbs up. Frank wasn't busy, so he said he could do it on the spot if she was ready. He had her change into a robe and keep a towel wrapped around her juicy private areas. While he worked and I watched and held her hand. Oh, how sweet. The whole process took about an hour. Frank was very professional, and the final product looked great. I paid for the tattoo. We left the shop very satisfied customers, and I enjoyed seeing that tattoo when I visited Allison's southern regions. It really turned me on for some reason. After a couple of weeks, Allison said she wanted to add to the tattoo with another Melrose and a ribbon. I told her the tattoo was beautiful as is, but I was fine if she wanted to add to it. She scheduled an appointment with Frank on a day where we both had the afternoon off as she didn't want to go alone. She thought Frank was a little creepy. Unfortunately, something came up at work, and I could not go with her to the tattoo shop. She was going to cancel the appointment, but decided to keep it as Kate was able to attend with her. The day after Allison got her tattoo, I got a call from Kate on my lunch hour. Kate, her boyfriend John, Allison, and I have all become best friends and often double date. So it's not out in the ordinary for all of us to text or talk to each other on the phone, but normally with the other partners present. Kate asked if she can meet me after work as she wanted to share something with me confidentially, but asked that I not share any information with Allison. Kate said she didn't want her to know just yet and swore me to secrecy. We agreed to meet at a local restaurant bar right after work at 5:30 p.m. When I got to the bar, Kate and John were waiting for me at a table. I wasn't expecting John to be there and was surprised to see him. They had a drink waiting for me as I texted Kate my order prior to arrival. So they are already sitting down now and ready to talk because they all had their drinks. I could tell something was up right away and Kate said she was going to get right to it. She said she wasn't able to go to the tattoo appointment with Allison, but spoke with her right after her tattoo was completed. She confided in her that she had done it unprotected with Frank. Yes, that Frank, the tattoo artist, right after he finished the job. All I could say was, Frank, are you effing kidding me? That's when John spoke up and said, I'm afraid not, Kevin. According to Kate, she said Allison was hysterical and was very sorry and ashamed for what she did and wanted to take this terrible secret to the grave. She said Allison thought Frank is repulsive. She said she was oddly aroused during the tattoo process and just got caught up in the moment of what it would be like to have dirty sex with an odd eccentric guy like Frank. Allison told Kate the experience was horrible, and she immediately regretted it. Kate said, she then told Allison she must tell me immediately. After arguing, crying and pleading with Kate to keep quiet, Allison eventually hung up on Kate and has ignored her calls and texts since. Kate said she immediately discussed this with John and they both agreed that I must be told now before Allison and I were together again as man and woman. I thanked them both for being such great friends and told them I will be indebted to them forever. I told them how terrible I felt but held it together without breaking down. Kate said she too felt awful as she and Allison have been friends for 16 years and she never saw this side of her. Prior to me, Allison had only had sex with one other guy. A boyfriend she had in her freshman and sophomore years of college. I told them I would be breaking up with Allison as cheating is a red line for me and Allison knows this. They both understood and Kate was very sad about the whole thing, knowing on one hand she did the right thing telling me, but also knowing she likely will lose a good friend as a result. We still couldn't get over that she had sex with Frank of all people. Not disparaging anyone's looks, but Frank would have a negative SMV, which is a sexual market value for most women. Not to brag, but I am 6'2" with a toned body and a handsome face. From what I've been told, I played sports all through high school and work out 5 days a week to keep fit. I have a degree and a great job in the IT field. And haven't had any issues getting women. Why would she cheat on me with someone like Frank? A man older than her father. Allison was scheduled to come to my house at 6:30 p.m. We planned to cook dinner, watch a little Netflix and make a little love for the rest of the evening, since we missed doing so last night. I didn't want to see her and was really boiling with anger at that point. So I called her from the restaurant parking lot and confronted her, advising I just met with Kate and John, and they told me everything about you effing Frank. She was silent and then started crying, saying how sorry she was and that it was a huge mistake that will never happen again. I told her I really don't care if she F's Frank from now until the end of time, as she is completely disgusting and we are done. I also called her a few choice names which I now regret doing. I then told her not to come over tonight as I will not be home and to never contact me again. She left me over a dozen voicemails of incoherent rambling saying how much she loved me and that she was sorry, along with nearly 40 texts begging me to please talk to her and explain herself. What was there to explain, he asked. I never responded and left all her texts unread. At midnight, I got a call from Allison's mom saying Allison was distraught and inconsolable. She asked me what happened. Though I wanted to blur out what Allison had done, I said it was best that Allison disclose the reason for our breakup with you. Her mom then asked that she cheat on you. I again repeated that I thought it best if Allison disclosed what she had done. I got along with Allison's parents. Great. I told her mom how much I appreciated her and her husband and hoped to stay on good terms with them. She repeated the same and said, "You take care and let us know if you need anything." Surprisingly, I didn't feel any emotion at this point and was proud for the way I handled the situation. I took a shower, went to bed, and fell asleep quickly. However, the next morning, I started doubting myself, but with the help of my friends and reading this online forum, I stuck to my decision of a cold, no contact breakup with Allison. Here is where I need your help. Allison had been bombarding my phone with voicemails and texts since our breakup 10 days ago, but the messages abruptly stopped recently. Yesterday, I got a call from Allison's mom who explained that Allison was in the psych ward at the hospital suffering from what the doctors describe as a combination of nervous breakdown and PTSD. Her mom said they took her to the hospital, and she was admitted as she had been making statements that she was going to end herself. Now, here is the mic drop moment that shook me to the core. Allison's mom said that she and her husband forced Allison to get a STD test and the results came back that she was positive for hepatitis B. Follow-up test confirmed this. This news sent Allison over the edge. I felt really terrible for Allison and thankful to Kate and John for telling me about the affair. Her mother didn't come right out and ask me, but I know she really wanted me to visit Allison based on our conversation. How I left it with Allison's mom is that I wish Allison well and said that I would say a prayer for her, but said I wanted to avoid any further contact with Allison as it actually may make the situation worse. She understood and said she appreciated the conversation and said she would update me should the situation take a turn for the worse. Here's my dilemma. Should I go and visit Allison or stay the course? I feel like I might be starting to break and need some consensus feedback. Comments.
OP, your decision not to visit her was absolutely on point. You just dodged a bullet, more like dodged a massive cannonball. Also, I highly doubt she had only one previous partner aside from you. Typically, individuals who engage in such reckless behavior tend to have many more partners. It's safe to say that you were sold a sack of lies about her past. Thank you for joining us on this immersive journey with Audio Tales AI. If you enjoyed this captivating narrative, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on the power of audio storytelling. Stay connected with us for more tales that will ignite your imagination and emotions.